Hello, my homies. OneSmartCat doing some Spellslingers, and the reason I'm doing Spellslingers is because I saw some sad news about this game. Sad news, but honestly not too unexpected at all. They have announced the EOS, the end of service for Spellslingers, a little later on in this year. June 4th, 2024, they are going to shut down the servers and Spellslingers will be no more. They've already shut down the store, and on June 4th, the whole thing is going to get shut down. So the history of this game is honestly pretty fucking interesting, and some of this is up for speculation. Like I wouldn't be able to cite you anything specific for any of the stuff I'm going to say, so whatever I say right now might be complete bullshit. But supposedly this game was in the mix of being made before the Magic Arena game was being made. You know, the Magic Arena that's on PC and it's on phones and like all that stuff. That's the one that Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering, that's the game that they push. Like they put out stuff for that every fucking day pretty much. All the sets go over there and all that stuff. Supposedly this game was in production before that game, and it was already set up that this game was going to come out whenever they started doing Magic Arena. So at some point in time, Wizards of the Coast or whoever decided we are going to 100% back Arena, but Spellslingers is still going to come out, and we're just going to let it come out. We'll give it a few updates and, you know, let people throw money into it so it makes a little bit of money, and then we're just not going to pay attention to it whatsoever. And that's pretty much what they did. Like after the first couple of updates, and I think it had like 2 set releases, after that they completely left the game alone. No more updates, no more anything for a long time. So now it sits where it is right now, which is kind of sad because honestly it was a pretty fun game. When it comes to like what I do have all the cards. I don't have them like golded out or platinumed out or anything, but I do have the entire collection. I have 200 packs that I never opened because I already have everything. I might as well open all the packs and, you know, at least get all the materials and stuff. That way, I mean, there's no point in not, I guess. And maybe I'll platinum all my cards just for the funs of it, because the game's going to be over anyway. But with that sad news, I decided that I wanted to showcase a couple of my favorite decks from the last couple of years. Spellslingers was actually the first game where my videos were really getting a lot of notice. Like I got a lot of views on my Spellslinger videos early on, and now that the game's going to be done and over with in, you know, just a little over 2 months, I'm going to go ahead and showcase some of my favorite decks. And the first one is going to be Evil Jay's Jackomancer. Now this is a super interesting deck. It comes from one of my guildmates, my former guildmates, because I haven't played this game in a long time and I got kicked out of that guild a long time ago from just inactivity. But the interesting thing about this deck is if you look through here, there is only one creature, the Attack Yak. And the whole point of this deck is to get the Attack Yak out, and then to get another one out, and then to get another one out, and then to get another one out. Because as you can see, it has a debut of gets +2/+2 for each other Attack Yak you played this game. So this is literally the only creature card that I have in this deck. Everything else in this deck is to either slow down the opponent, to protect the yak, get rid of my opponent's cards, to make more yaks. The name of the game here is Yak. That's the name of the game. I'll put the card list in the description for old time's sake if anybody out there wants to download the game and give it a try. The game is honestly really fucking fun. It's real sad how they treated this game, because it had potential to be pretty damn good. So the deck list will be in the description. Give it a try if you want to. And let's go make some yaks. All right, so here we go against an Ashiok up here. The most important thing in the beginning of this deck is to make sure that we're going to be able to get some yaks. So since none of these cards are going to help me get yaks, besides maybe the draft, we'll keep the draft, get rid of everything else. No. All right, none of these are going to help me get yaks, which isn't a good thing.
It's time.
We need our yaks. This deck is... It only has yaks. So none of these are yaks, but this will help us get yaks. So that's one that we need. And our next turn, we'll be able to draw a yak. So the fact that he hasn't put down anything yet, besides now. All right, so this is going to double the nightmare stuff that he's able to do. We are okay. We'll put this out. This will give us a yak. It's very important to remember how many yaks you have in the deck and in the graveyard. We have 2 yaks starting in the deck. So now we have 1 yak in our hand and 1 yak in the deck. It's important to get our yak out, but I also don't want this to keep on hitting me. So let's do this to get our other yak. Now we have no yaks in the deck. And we'll set up our trap, so if this attacks me, then this will kill it. And then our next turn, we'll have 4 mana, so we could put out both of the yaks. Alright, well, he just took that thing back into his hand. Let's go ahead and put both our yaks out. This one gets +2/+2 because we put out that one. We'll probably do Clonesplosion next, because that will give us both of these yaks back. We'll put them back into our hand. Okay, unfortunately we'll only get 1 of them. That changes what I want to do now. I might clone this first. After your opponent's attacks, the greatest strongest attack is -3. Let's go ahead and clone this.
Whoa, this is weird.
It doesn't get the pluses because it didn't come out as a yak. And then we'll disorientate one of these.
Open your mind.
He's not putting too many nightmares in our deck yet, so we're not in a horrible spot. I want to have as many yaks on the field before I play this, because this literally just doubles all my yaks. How many times have I said yak? And then, as long as these stay alive, we'll do Clonesplosion.
Mind if I drop in?
We could do Clonesplosion, or we can do another Immolating Glare. How much health do we have? 20? Let's go ahead and Clonesplosion. And then once this starts popping off too, so with Moorland Hunt, any of my dead creatures, starting at turn 6, I have a chance of bringing them back. And since the only creature I have are yaks, I'll always bring a yak back. So this is very important on us getting yaks in the future. it's a slow build of a deck. Like, it can handle rushdown, but the thing is you have to have like
One must perfect one's craft.
you have to have access to your yaks in order to survive somebody that's like being really, really aggressive.
Open your mind.
The fact that he hasn't been super aggressive has been helping us, but he is starting to get his stuff going now. So we are going to have to start making some moves here.
Who wants some?
I mill every time that one attacks, so I don't like that. But we do got some yaks. Look at these things starting to get big. Alright, so if he attacks again with that by itself, then we have this to blow it up. Look at my yaks. Alright, let's see what he does.
I smell a sweet fever.
Harbinger of your doom.
We're still okay. We have this to get health back. We don't really have anything yet to put his stuff up. But with stuff like that, we'll be able to be okay. See, now we can start preparing some stuff. We're actually kind of ahead now.
Open door.
So let's do... We'll do Champion's Gift and go ahead and attack. If he kills any of them, then we'll get it back into our hand. That's fine. That goes right back into our hand.
One must perfect one's craft.
I sense weakness.
Hit him in the face a couple of times. Yak goes back out. We'll put this, so if he tries to put anything big, we will kill it. And if he tries to attack with that, we'll do that. And this is an artifact, so we'll go ahead and put that down. This will put all the yaks that are in our graveyard. They'll go back into, or 3 of them will go back into our hand. Or not into our hand, into our deck. So we're doing all right. Health-wise, we're about the same. 4 nightmares in my deck isn't a big deal. If he puts down anything that costs 3 or more, this is going to counter it. So hopefully he puts down something big. He has 8 mana, so it's a possibility that he could put down something big. Well, he tried to destroy one of my yaks. So we stopped that from happening and we got 2 health. If he tries to attack, this will make one of them weak.
One must perfect one's craft.
I'm assuming he won't attack though, because I'll be able to kill what he has on the field. And I think he wants to use what he has on the field for defense. So I don't think he's going to attack. We were right. Pulled a couple of nightmares. That's fine. Let's see what trap we get. After you attack, give all creatures +1. We'll do Demon's Edict. Let's do that. Let's heal. Let's draw and heal. Ooh, you know what? I actually like that. Let's do shield and attack.
Right on time.
Okay, we have Alarm Bell now, which is gonna let us draw yaks, but we don't have any yaks in our deck. So we'll do this. That will throw a couple of yaks back into our deck. He gets some cards back into his deck too, but we don't really care. And then if he tries to do anything big, we'll cancel it. And if he tries to attack, we'll cancel it. So we're doing great. This is a very control-y deck. Bye.
Try again.
This is a very control-heavy deck, and making it so that they can't do what they want to do is basically the whole name of the game here. That's gonna bring me back a yak. There's a big old yak right there. Go ahead and get a trap after your opponent attacks. Let's do this one because we can use that right now. Oh, he's just letting me hit him in the face now. Okay. Alarm bell. Get another yak. Oh, you're in trouble, bud. Go ahead and pick that back up. There you go. I mean, unless he has a board wipe, we're pretty much, it's pretty much over.
Open your mind.
My lance is yours.
Must perfect one's craft.
Luckily, we have this one as a flyer. Well, you got some big people out. All right, he's playing defensively. One little nightmare, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and suppress this big guy. We have one more yak in our deck. Go ahead and get him out. I don't care about the nightmares right now. Look at the size of that yak.
Dive! Standing down.
I mean, he's pretty boned. Unless he has a board wipe, we have way too many yaks and they are way too big.
Igniting. Out of gas.
He could survive for the round, though. Let's draft Champion's Gift. I only have 4 cards left in my hand. Or in my deck. How many cards does he have? He still has 18. I've gone through that many cards. Is that right? I don't feel like I've gone through that many cards. Okay, well, we'll make sure to win on the next turn.
I will quench your fury.
That's crazy. I didn't know I went through that many cards.
There is nowhere to hide.
Alright, well, since we got this to stun that, then... Yeah. He didn't have enough defenders either way. But that was just to make sure that he wasn't able to do anything. Yaks! Yak attack, baby! Let's do another one.
Right on schedule.
Alright. Going against a Chandra, this could be a bad matchup for us, depending on how aggro this Chandra is going to be. Let's go ahead and get rid of both the clones because those are kind of high costs. The alarm bell is going to give us our yak, so we'll keep that. And then we'll keep absorb as well to try to counter one of her cards later on.
And she's in the lead.
It's time.
Yeah, she's gonna go first. See if she has a goblin. Ooh, the fox. Interesting. Alright, one yak in hand, one yak in the deck. There's a goblin. Alright, she's swinging hard at the beginning. Put down our yak. Get another yak. If she swings with both of these, we're probably going to let them both through, which is going to be kind of dangerous. No, we won't be able to do that because she's a fucking Chandra and she has a lot of burn spells. She'll probably shock this right now and then hit us for 6 anyway. But if she doesn't do that, then we will go ahead and trade. Ooh, giant growth. Ouchies. So I can unsummon this to make it go back down to what it started at. But we have 3 mana. So let's go ahead and do yak and do shields. We'll only be able to block one of these as if it's able to survive. Hopefully she puts that on. I was hoping she put it on this, but she did the smart thing and she's splitting the damage. All right, we were still able to kill it. Very nice, very nice. I kind of don't want to unsummon these because she'll be able to put them down again and get that +2 again. So instead of doing that, let's... You know what? Let's go ahead and unsummon this one. Attack. I think he'll let this through because he has enough health. And then let's heal a little bit. All right, that heals us for 2. It's not much, but it helps. He'll put that thing down that he just put down before and make this a 4. And we're probably going to have to trade. But this is the only yak that I have right now, so I kind of don't want to trade with it. We might just have to eat the 4.
Feel hot.
Make them burn.
Ooh. All right, we're playing kind of spicy here. We're going to have to eat that 4. Let's do... Let's suppress this attack. See if he wants to sacrifice anything. Sacrifice is a lower one. And then let's do absorb, because I feel like he's gonna cast something that's higher than 3. This will give us health too. Yeah, see.
Nope. Try again.
All right, so we countered that, gained some health. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and make the trade. We have 2 yaks in the graveyard. We need to find our card that gives us yaks. None of these gives us our yak graveyard, so we'll just do it again. All right, there we go. Get that. And then we kind of have to unsummon this, unfortunately. I'm not able to put this down yet. Ooh,
Right through them.
that's such a good card.
No quarter.
This Minotaur right here is one of the best cards in the game. Ooh, that Moorland Haunt is huge. That Moorland Haunt is massive. Okay, cool. So let's do Moorland Haunt. Immolating Glare. And let's put this out. So if he blows this up or something, I'll get it back in my hand. And then if he attacks, we'll get Immolating Glare. And then let's get a couple of yaks back into our board, into our deck. Yeah, Chandra's hard to go against with this deck. She has a lot of answers to just blow up our yaks and stuff. All right, so that got blown up with that. We can block with this. And we'll get that yak back because of this. Awesome. That was a great turn for us. We got a yak. We can clone the yak.
Whoa, this is weird.
And we'll put this just for the fuck of it. That's honestly not just for the fuck of it, though, because she has a bunch of creatures that have haste. Or she probably does. So if she puts down something that can attack, that will help. But we got a couple of big yaks out, so that's good. So now we need to either draw more yaks or we need our Moorland Haunt to go off. Moorland Haunt, fuck yeah. Oh, I don't have any yaks in the graveyard. I have no yaks in the graveyard, so that didn't go off. Boo. Your opponent's target is friendly. Summon at night as new target. And disarm traps. That one.
Let's mix it up.
So we'll do this. If she has any big moves that she's planning, this will help us make sure that that doesn't happen. We're coming back. We're coming back. Yak management is very important. Because you need yaks in the graveyard for this to work. But you need yaks in your deck in order to draw them and get more yaks. Like...
Nope.
Thank you for the health. Yeah. Yak management is the name of the game. It's a yak. Let's not put the yak out yet. Let's draw a card to see what we get. Alright, it's another one of those. At the end of your opponent's turn. Ooh, this is interesting. It's not a yak.
Let's mix it up.
But it'll give us something else to play with. Yeah, she's defending herself. We got a big yak, y'all. We'll just set all of our traps. Very control heavy deck. I mean, if she doesn't get a board state, then this is pretty much it. And she only has 2 cards. Yeah. So there's not much of a board state she could have got. That was great. We came back on that one. Fucking never doubt the yaks. Never doubt the yaks.
Right on schedule.
Look at this guy. Look at Teferi. Very nice. So that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, the end of service for this game is going to be coming up here in the next couple of months. I think I'm probably going to do maybe 1 or 2 of these a week. Probably about once a week. Unless a lot of people want to see them, then I'll, bump it up to maybe twice a week or something like that. I have a lot of decks that I've made over the years, and like the decks that I make they're fun, weird decks that they're not meta and they're not going to win you every game, but you can make a lot of really big yaks. Stuff like that. So if you enjoyed it, try out the game. If you haven't tried it, you got 2 months to mess around with it, and yeah, hopefully you have some fun, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I see you in another one of my videos, and wee.